House tricks, we're all good. Okay, this is the end of the video.
I'm saying the sign of the cross.
I'm just crossed myself. Alright, okay. Guys, you're about to watch a video which I felt was quite fun. We talked about trainers, dogs, funerals, and a lot more as well. And Jehovah's, by the way. So I just want to apologise to any Jehovah's mate who might be watching. No offence intended. Hope you enjoy the video. I enjoyed the food. I enjoyed doing the video. If you're offended, please send all complaints to getalife.com. It's okay to be offended. Okay? See you later. Enjoy. It's okay.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Leigh. We are the Munch UK. Leigh, tell them what we have on the menu.
A huge, I mean huge, lasagna, guys. Homemade. Just come out of the oven. Over 8 pounds of lasagna.
Look at that. And some salad. We've got some garlic bread and some chips, but you'll see all that when we've put everything out.
Gonna go and dish it up, guys, and we'll be right back with you.
Leigh has made one of these before, and it was what, Leigh? It was
tick tock boom.
Yeah, it was beautiful. See you in 2 seconds.
We're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
So this is now what it looks like. Leigh, if you could just take it forward with your arms if you can.
Yeah, it's the only way I can do it. I can't do it with my feet, I'm afraid.
So we've got lasagna, garlic bread, hammer chips, salad. There's the lasagna.
Ooh,
look.
it looks good.
Right there.
Let's get a thumbnail of this, just in case. Ready? Probably won't use this one, we'll probably use the one. It looks good still.
Garlic bread, salad, chips.
Yeah, I have a third arm. I didn't tell anyone that. Hope everyone's good. We're looking forward to eating this. We look forward to it all day.
Oh, so this, I know it tastes good because I've tasted it.
That's good. It's Saturday. Well, not for you lot. You're probably watching this on Monday. We've already uploaded today's video.
Bit me tongue.
So, since we last recorded, guys, we've not done a video, you know, since like last Saturday, I think. It's been about a week since we recorded. And you lot have been watching videos we recorded last week, so we've got a stack to do this week.
Yeah, let's see what this tastes like then, Leigh. I'll give you a score out of 10. That's really
Is
good.
it boom? Is it good?
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
beautiful.
I'm glad to hear. Since we was last with you, everything's gone to shit. The UK, pretty much back in a lockdown. 6 people in your house at any one time. You can't go out. You can meet up in 6, but you're not allowed in a house with more than 6 people. That's just pants, isn't it? So
well, it's not as though people aren't just going to think, okay, then we'll all just sort of have 2 tables at the pub.
But everyone's gone nuts today from what I've seen on Twitter or Instagram, wherever it was. In England, literally, like, everyone has gone nuts at the pub. Like, the last Saturday into it before it all changed. It all comes into sort of plan it on Monday. So everyone's gone batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Well, let's wake up Granny, let's get down the pub. You kind of like going to the pub. It don't matter, get up anyway. We're going down the pub. Get up Uncle Bassett. He's been dead 20 years. Take him anyway. Let's make the most of this Saturday.
Yeah. And you can't blame people for that one.
No, I don't blame him. I think it's absolutely stupid.
It's come back again.
It got me thinking. I say thinking. I noticed this yesterday. I was going to bring it up in. Was going to do a video yesterday, just didn't get a chance to. People, I've noticed this. Okay, so we have a campaign, don't we, at Christmas every year. Every year in the UK, a dog isn't just for Christmas. I think we need a new campaign. A dog isn't just for COVID. I am not joking. I might know this because you're not bought a dog. Have you seen it as well? Well,
I know that people have got dogs over this period and they've given them up. Loads of people are just giving them up.
Well, I'm not noticing giving them up, but well, I walk the dogs first thing in the morning. I'm out about 7:30 walking the dogs. The amount of people I see who I've never seen before, I've seen in the last few months. I've been walking dogs for 10 years now around here, our dogs. Just random people. I didn't know George had a dog. Well, the hell did Big Bertie get a dog? Just random people who look like they don't walk dogs. Little Iris and little, you know, Linda.
Why do you have to be little people?
Little tiny people. They're not walking little dogs like they should be. Like the nice little, you know, sausage dogs, miniature dogs over there. They're just getting the old dog. He's the size of an horse. It don't matter. I'll walk him. And they can't handle him. Dogs and trainers have really come back into fashion since COVID. trainers because you got these people. I mean, I'm not slim. I should not be running. I'll probably die. I'm no Mo Farah or Usain Bolt. But you've seen people who obviously haven't done any exercise in about 30 years putting on a brand new pair of trainers. You can always tell the ones who are doing it because of COVID. The trainers still have the tags on them. And I've been watching them. I ain't joking you. Sports Direct, the sales must have gone through the roof. Them and what's the one down London with the dog's place? Batsy Dog Zone. I reckon they're all coming up from there.
Don't knock people because they're doing things.
I'm not knocking them, but they can't handle the dogs. There was a lady the other day, she was a tiny lady. I'm not going to say like she was one of the 7 dwarfs, but she was really small. And she had a dog, it was bigger than her head, like height wise, it was like up there. And she was like, alright, can you please just calm down a bit? It was like a horse. There's no need.
They're big St Bernards, aren't they?
Oh, St Bernards are huge.
We saw one once and we was like...
I had to do a double take, I didn't think it was a horse at first.
We only saw like Beethoven as kids, the film. This thing was... I've never seen a dog bigger than that.
We'd gone to rehome a dog at the time. We went round the kennels. We were walking down the kennels. It was like a double kennel, like they use in special situations or special circumstances. And there was this dog there, like, I ain't a dog, surely. It's a pony. It's a horse. It's a bloody giant.
Yeah, it looked like a pony, didn't it?
It's so big.
But COVID is on the rise again. I mean, he's not making much sense in my opinion, Boris. Oh, you can go out in groups of 6 to the pub. You can still go to the shops. So anyway, you can use a bank card. Really. But
as long as you're spending money, it's okay.
Yeah, so you can go to a cafe with your family, you know, but you can go to the pub. But you can't go into somebody's house if there's one more person. But you can go to a full pub.
Yeah.
But you can't go in the house. Guys, we just had like one of them, what would you call it, a motorbike rally people?
Yeah, we just had the cast of like a documentary of the Isle of Man TT go past. It's like 50 motorbikes going past the house. No need at all.
They're having fun.
Well, at our expense, cheeky sods.
I don't think they was in their 6-man group thing though.
No, it was the hell. But that's what true what I'm saying now. You can go all these places, but you can't meet up in a house with more than 6 people. So you can go to the pub in a group of 6, and 6 foot away from you will be another group of 6, and 6 foot over there will be another group of 6. But you can't have 24 people in your house. You can in a small radius in a pub. It's okay as long as you're eating and breathing out and breathing near people. But if you get up towards the top, put a mask on it.
But if you're sitting down, honestly, it's getting silly now, and that's what gets on my nerves. It's like with all the kids going back to school. There's places around here that kids are getting the COVID again, and you know, I just think it's just a little bit too dangerous. Not in the respect that if it is at the danger zone again, which is fair enough, if it's come back round, it's come back round, but it shouldn't be the case where you're allowed to do that in a pub and a restaurant, but then you can't go and see, like, you know, say there's one more person living with your grandparents or whatever the case, and there's 7 of you, you can't see them, and you can't do it in unless you're in the same bubble thing with 2 households. But what about all the people that are in the pub with you and in your shopping centres that you've never even met in your life, but you can do that? Surely that's... I mean, I get it's the economy and everything, but it seems to be at their advantage.
Yeah, just let people make their own decisions, I say. I know obviously some people ain't making the right decisions. I think what's more concerning right now due to COVID is the pressing matter of if we're attacked by aliens. And I've got to think about this one. I put this out on our Instagram story the other day. Guys, who are new Instagram, check out in the description below. Also, if you want your keyring or your hoodie merchandise, get in touch. We got a couple left. A bit warm. Yeah, aliens. They might exist, you know. And right now, we're a bit screwed if they come down, because you got Boris in one side. I reckon England and America, like the sort of like the premier countries in the world, like who countries look to England for like, oh, they'll sort it. They created like the most popular language in the world. They're good at sorting shit out. They wrote a dictionary, the English dictionary, and the Bible, so they can sort it. And the Americans, obviously, they make all the movies. So
what's that got to do with aliens coming down now?
Because if aliens come down, I really think the world would put forward Boris Johnson and Donald Trump to sort this stuff out.
Oh, great.
Now, Donald Trump, currently, well, it's like an election year, ain't it, in America. He's up against this bloke called Joe Biden, I've heard, and he's like 80 or late 70s and keeps falling asleep on the stage when he's having a debate. So it's going to be Trump for another 4 years in America. Donald Trump's the kind of bloke who sleeps, I heard this today, he slept with a porn star in the past, and when she come out of it on Twitter or whatever, like, who, Donald and his wig and his very small willy. She come out saying something about him. He's, rather than getting scared like a lot of presidents would do, oh my god, there's a porn star saying I slept with her. He didn't deny it. He just come out and called her a horse face. Now this is the bloke we're going to put forward to deal with the aliens.
Where have you heard this?
This was on Joe Rogan today. He was on there on the podcast. And he said he called him a horse face on Twitter. I thought that's quite funny, that. But not if the aliens attack. And then Boris Johnson, he'd be there, because he can't make his mind up about anything, can he? Aliens are for him. Okay, we'll let you in the country, but you can't go to certain places. You can't go in the pub with more than 6 of your mates, and you've got to behave, okay? And if you're going to try and kill us, please make it socially acceptable of a 6 foot distance. I just think it's we are really screwed. That's why I think we should get rid of prime ministers and presidents, and the Queen. We don't need a Queen either. But we should just look after ourselves. We could run for president and prime minister. Why not? Present aim.
Do you know one thing I will say this? Like, Birmingham's gone into lockdown. And I think they're bringing like a 10 p.m. like curfew thing. Now, that's something that got me really angry. So, you've got to have a 10 p.m. curfew. So if you want to do something at 10 past 10, you can't go to the pub, but it's alright to be in the pub 5 minutes before with everybody. So what if you're in the pub from 10 in the morning till 10 at night, mixing with everybody, but you're safe if you got to be in by 10.
Shut the pub probably about 9 o'clock, wouldn't they? 8 o'clock?
No, they said 10. 10 o'clock.
Well, that's your curfew, like, you've got to be out of there by 10.
Yeah, but what about if you're in at 5 to 10 and you're that ill? It won't make a blind bit of difference when there are going to be people in there, even if it's 10 o'clock. What's a curfew at 10 going to do? Stupid.
The whole thing is a load of bollocks. And that's all I've got to say about that.
It's just going to affect people again, isn't it? Like, people's mental health as well.
You know, in certain countries, Greece is one of them, it's not illegal, but like, you know, PC like waffle. Like, oh, please don't do that, you're going to offend, like, you know, somebody who likes the colour blue. Don't say blue's a shit colour because you'll offend him. People are easily offended these days. Christmas trees, can't have them up in certain schools, that stuff. Anyways, in Greece and other countries, Israel's one of them, Greece, and I heard a few others, but went right with me. If you go around doing that, it's just a thumbs up to us, like, hey, it's all good, how you doing, mate? They really don't like it. It's worse than giving somebody the V or like the finger. Oh, what the hell's that all about? You know, over here, it's like an everyday occurrence. Like, how you doing? Yeah, thumb up. It's like an emoji, you're allowed to do it. But not in Greece, Israel, and certain other countries.
I've never heard that about Greece.
But I didn't hear it till today, but it's a fact.
I've been there a fair few times, I've got family there.
Yeah, but did you walk around going like this all the time?
Why? Did it straight why?
I'd have to look into it. But it started out, the conversation was, like, that is, like, sort of, okay, A-okay. But apparently that, again, not just in Greece, in the whole world now, that is frowned upon. That's that hand, and that is an emoji on your phone, on ours, anyway, Samsung's. Apparently that is definitely frowned upon because it is the symbol of a bumhole or something like that. Like an a-hole. So it's not a good idea to do that. I mean, who comes up with this shit? Well, you literally can't do anything nowadays. You can't kick an old lady, she's in your way, I'm trying to get to the bus. You can't kick a turtle. You can't do anything. What's it all about? No, I just like freedom and equality. I'm all for if you kick an old lady, let her kick you back 10 times harder. But why can't you just walk around and give a finger? I don't mean like give the finger. I mean like do that. It's like whatever. Are you okay? Yeah, I think that's on it. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's good, man. It's good. Or the other one, a thumbs up. People are way too easily offended.
I think there's always going to be new things said, isn't there? Like, you can't do this, you can't say that, you can't look at this person, you can't even breathe in that direction, you can't wear this, you got to have your face covered, you got to not have your face covered, you got to say things, or there's rules and regulations to everything.
But the amount of people in the past who we didn't, they don't really bother me that much, but in England, people just get really angry and offended. Is it Muslims who wear the burqas?
Yeah.
They just got really offended by ladies wearing burqas. Like, hang on, the back page, love. You can't come in our shops and walk around with your face covered. Now, you can't go in a shop without your face covered. It's socially unacceptable to walk around without your face covered. I did the other day by mistake. Went to the shop, forgot my mask. I was like, oh, for God's sake. And I was like, should I risk it for a chocolate biscuit? And I was actually going for chocolate biscuits. And I saw all the staff, no member of staff had a mask on. And walking around the shop. This bloke started staring at me. Oh, God, what's he looking at? He had a mask on. I was like, oh, God. So I ended up doing this. And I'm walking around the shop like that.
Yeah, well, you know.
Until I get the money out of my pocket. And I was like, oh, Christ. I can't do that. Don't work.
Now, I've been in a debate about this before. About ladies who wear burqas.
Yeah.
Now,
you don't sound offensive, are you?
if you listen to me, I was in this situation where I couldn't shut my mouth. I was in this pub, and I'm not going to say where it was. And one of the people who was working there was talking to this guy, and he was like, if you don't stop like saying racially offensive things, you're going to have to leave the pub. And I'd had a bit to drink. Oh, fucking hell, he's pissing me off. And he's going, this man was, I don't get this. You can't see who they are. What if they're doing things? What if they got bombs? And I thought...
You all said bombs. Yeah, you can. I said TikTok bomb. You said bomb. Go on.
Well, I'm only telling the story.
Go on.
And I said, look. And he was like, yeah. You know, the Muslims... And I said, listen. I said... Do not blame Muslims for strange extremisms, extremists. You can't tar it with the same brush. It is not, it's unacceptable. I said, look, the burqa, it's nothing to do with you. It's their religion. And, you know, it makes no difference to anybody else. These people walk around, they're fine, they're minding their own business. People are like, oh no, like, what's going to happen if shit pulls out something dangerous or whatever. You can have anybody do that. Look at the recent things happened in Birmingham, the stabbings in Birmingham. You've got things happen, people riding around in vans in London, crashing into people. It doesn't matter what you, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But never ever sort of look upon somebody because they're wearing something religious. Do Christian people or other religions walk around with? Because I know my mum does, with a little cross on as a necklace. That symbolises a religion, even though my mum isn't religious. Is it going to come to a point where you can't wear things? And I just think it's out of order, I do. And I think if people want to wear burqas, you walk along and you smile. And if, you know, that's it. And be polite as they are polite to you. It's not fair.
No. You do get a lot of nice religious people, obviously. You also get some very, not so nice religious people.
Oh, anyway, the point was I went over and I was like, well, who are you? I said, why are you saying this? And he was like, well, hang on a minute. I want to see you. I think if you live in Britain, you should. I said, hang on a minute. Well, she was born in Britain. And a lot of these idiots say that, like the English Defence League and that. A lot of people were born in Britain. Who these days hasn't got other nationality? I mean, I have a friend in Canada who's more British than I am. My heritage is 13% British. So it's just ridiculous, isn't it, these days?
Yeah. Another thing in America that's now frowned upon is wearing Hawaiian shirts.
Why now?
So this bloke was wearing a Hawaiian shirt I was watching on YouTube, and he said, I shouldn't be doing this. And they was like, why? Why shouldn't you do it? You look great, mate. You look good in a Hawaiian shirt. He says, well, one, I'm not from Hawaii, and two, it's frowned upon in America because during all the Black Lives Matter protests and riots and stuff, the white supremacists, so like the skinheads and the knobheads, were walking around in Hawaiian shirts to try and blend in with the normal folk, normal people. They're like, yeah, we're normal. Look at us. Look at us with our tats, swastikas everywhere and bald heads, and we walk around with bloody pillowcase on our head on a Sunday and chant for bloody wizard master, dickhead, whatever he's called. And that's what they said. This bloke said I should be wearing it because now, if you wear it, there's a it is associated with white supremacists.
Oh well. But you should be able to, though, shouldn't you? You should be able to,
The other thing you're not allowed to do is on Twitter, you cannot say the word or type the word.
Are you allowed on here?
Yeah. Bruce Jenner. If you do that, you get completely kicked off Twitter. If you refer to him as Bruce Jenner rather than
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn, I was going to call him Kylie Jenner. I got that one wrong. Is there another one called Kylie Jenner? Oh, I don't know. So yeah, if you refer to him as Bruce Jenner, then that's it, you're done. If you look him up on, like in the records, obviously he won gold medals as Bruce Jenner. I don't know what it says, but if you look it up, it'll be something different now. Either it'll be wiped out or they won't put it out as Caitlyn Jenner, that's for certain.
So he obviously doesn't want to be known as, well, that's personal preference. I mean, if he's paid for that, then...
Well, it's everyone's own choice, isn't it? Like, as long as no one's been nasty to him about his choices in life, or her, about the choices she's made, then you should be able to call Caitlyn Jenner if you want. Well, it's not really Bruce Jenner, so it's not offensive.
You've got to realise something about this. I know this because I know somebody who's gone through that, would it be gender change?
Yeah, that's it.
And it's, in the mind, it's heartbreaking. They do not want to be the gender they are born. And they do not want any association when they have changed to do with the past sometimes.
Yeah,
and it's like, it actually like, not a depression, like an actual issue. Like, if I knew I wanted to be a woman and I was a man, I wouldn't want any reminder of that when I was...
Well, I get that. Well, Artie did, didn't she? Not sex change, people. No, she had a friend who started wanting to do the change at like 13, 14. And Tia was always getting in trouble with this boy. Because her name was...
No. Don't say it.
Oh, her name was something, and she was called something else. And Tia'd always forget. I mean, Tia forgets her bloody anything had screwed on. So she always called the girl, well, she was a girl, now she's a boy, by the girl's name. And she'd have a right hissy fit. Yeah, my name's Sarah. I was like, whoa. I'd say, Tia, what's the problem? Oh, I've upset her because I called her by the girl's name. She also called the boy's name. So difficult to remember. I'm crap at remembering names at the best of times.
And he's been round a few times. And I was really paranoid. I was like, Rod, do not say her name, say his name. I've known her since she was like...
Well, 11, 12,
11.
Can't come here.
Yeah, and so that's 5 years of calling somebody one name. But yeah, I mean... I didn't go for it. You know something? If you ain't happy, do you... What they say is you do you, don't they? If you don't want to be that certain way, then do it. If you want to be a man and you're a woman, be a man. If you want to be a woman and you want to, if you're a man, you want to be a woman, be a woman. It don't really make a difference, does it? As long as you are happy with the skin you're in, it ain't nobody else's business.
Yeah. And if you want to be a hippie and get stoned, you can do. You know the song? I want to be a hippie and I want to get stoned. Yeah.
That has nothing relevant at all.
But usually if you want to be a woman, you can. If you want to be a man, you can. If you want to be a hippie, you can.
I believe so deeply in that LGBT group.
Well, you've got to. There's not just that now, though, is there? He's like the whole alphabet. And that's not knocking anyone, because our daughter's gay. And we know, Tia's 18th when she eventually has one, there'll be more gays and bis and whatever than there will straight people. So it's not an issue to us. But it's not just LGBT now. It's like X, Z, Q. There's so many different terms. Like, I can't keep up. I think literally people should just come with a little thing around that saying, I am whatever. Because you offend them. You offend people if you say the wrong thing. So, are you gay? No, I'm not gay. I like people. And I like men and women. But sometimes I just like women. And I don't like men.
Who is it now? Who's the one who played Hermione? Is it Emma Watson?
Yeah, that's it.
Can't say for sure, but I think she wants to be classed as gender neutral.
Well, you can sleep with anything.
I don't know. I don't know the facts, but I think it's like you don't want to be classed as a man or a woman.
Alright. Is that so she can get male roles as well as female roles?
No, it's not like that. She doesn't want to be categorised.
Right.
You know?
It's a whole lot of drama in it. I'm sorry, in my opinion, it is, but we're not going to go down that road because I will end up offending people just by saying the wrong thing without meaning to. So we'll knock that one on the head. It's so easy to upset people these days.
I do think that people have gone a little bit extreme with like that. Like it's just like you can't wear certain things, you can't do. Yeah. You've got to kind of be a little bit realistic now.
Just give me a leaflet at the beginning of each year about what is socially acceptable, what isn't, and we'll just work off that.
Like years ago, there was this stigma. Like when I was growing up, like. Again, I'm not religious, but I'm not against any religions at all. Whatever you want to do. We used to have a lot of Jehovah Witnesses knocking on the door, right, trying to educate us about their religion. And a lot of people obviously was like, oh, like, you just, it would be the way. Don't answer the door because it's Jehovah's Witnesses. And that was a choice. It wasn't because anybody was against Jehovah's, but if you wasn't interested in it. But it was as though that was it then, wasn't it, when we was kids? That was the only real... They used to walk around the streets.
You know a Jehovah's Witness any day of the week. Trust me, I've said this for years now.
Don't say it. Then.
It's not offensive, it's not religious.
Are you going to go on about the denim skirts?
No, literally, the women, it's always women. They get the occasional bloke, but usually always women. Oh no. You know the blokes, anyway, they always walk around in suits, look like they're trying to sell windows back in the 70s. Knocking on doors, usually have the kids with them, little boys, walk around suits when they're 7 years old, around playing in the park, playing football. You're like, yep, poor kid. I'm literally, knock, do you want to read Watchtower? No, I'm alright, thank you. That's true. Do you want to read Watchtower? I'm alright, thank you. I'd rather look at the Argos catalogue. But then, the women, they walk around like they don't have a care in the world. They go as slow, like, they walk so slow. It's true, me and Tia see them all the time, or used to, not so much anymore. And I've worked for Jehovah, so I like them, they're my friends. And they walk around with like, they'll link arms, like this, like me and I. So me and I are two Jehovah's, and they walk really slow. And then they're like, oh, look at the sky, it looks like it's going to rain. We won't move any quicker, Mavis. We'll keep going at our own pace. There's always a young woman and an older woman. Because some elderly people want tradition. Yeah, we want the old bird. We don't want the young bird. And some men might be convinced by the young woman. Like,
no, but you always said that the women wear denim skirts.
They do. They always wear denim skirts. So like long flowing skirts. They walk as slow as they can. Like they don't have a care in the world. Because all they get paid every day to knock on a door. And if they get one sale... one book given away, they probably get paid really well. Because you imagine...
They don't get paid.
They do get paid. I know they get paid because I work for a lady and it's her job to work as a Jehovah, and she works on the call centre. She rings up, hello, would you like to hear about Jehovah today? And if you say no, she doesn't get a sale. If you say yes, then she gets a holiday in Dubai.
Are you talking crap here?
No, the lady down there, I don't even know her now, I worked for her for 5 years now. I couldn't tell you her name, other than she thinks my name's Dave. No, Ted. She thinks I'm called Ted. Don't know why. Never corrected her. So yeah, it's alright, Ted. Yep, I'm alright, thanks. Stand there thinking, my name's not Ted, but okay. Do you want an energy drink? Literally, that's what she says every time. She never offers me a cold drink like a
I bet the ones that have offered you a can of Frosty Jack.
Yeah. 10 o'clock in the morning, one alcoholic, this woman. Ooh, It's a bit early, isn't it, really, for a coffee or a tea? Well, not really, love. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Do you want a cold drink? Oh, God, it was bloody hot, bear in mind. It was like proper hot. It was middle of the summer. Yeah, I will do, please. Comes back out. Can of Frosty Jack, which is white cider, 10 in the morning. I wouldn't drink it the best of times. Any times I wouldn't touch that stuff. Cause I used to as a kid, not anymore. I'm like, I'm alright, thank you. I was thinking, I just want a nice cold Coke or a squash or a glass of water. You give me that. Just let yourself feel better about being an alcoholic. Ain't no need. But Jehovah's, yeah, I love them. It's a bit. But you just always know when they're going to knock at your door. You shout, when I was a kid, I shout, Mom, that woman's back at the door again. What should I do? Should water bomber? No, Leigh, leave her be and just dart into the door. How many times your mum tell you as a kid, dart into the door when there's certain people coming down the street?
Oh, like it was like people with clipboards and stuff like that.
No, always the Jehovah's like that for me. I'd see them walking up my street like, oh, don't go to number 15 because they're away. Or don't go to number 15, they're Jewish. And then I said, go to number 18, because I didn't like number 18. I said, they would love to hear about your magazines. Give number 18 a knock and stand there for like half an hour. They'll love to chat with you, trust me. And that's how we rolled as kids. Little shits.
No, but the point was, like, when we was kids, we didn't really have anything, groups or, you know, you can't say this and that, sort of, can't wear this, or, it was mainly just, on a Sunday, normally when you was watching MasterChef with Lloyd Grousman, or...
Oh, mine never works on a Sunday, there was loads in my Jehovah's.
Or, what was he? The Antiques Roadshow, that type of thing. And then you get a...
Oh, it done me head in. Especially in the middle of Antiques Roadshow. Who wants to be interrupted on the Antiques Roadshow?
I ain't actually knocking Jehovah's like you have, Leigh.
No, not knocking it.
You've got for it, lad.
My family were Jehovah, so you can't get on my case. My mum was brought up as a Jehovah for about 10 years. My gran and granddad were Jehovah's all the way through their lives. Maybe not practising, but when they were quite young, they was. So don't jump down my throat and wish upon like hell and brimstone down on my grave and that shit. It didn't really. It's just a joke. Just a joke. And all that she said is Jehovah's Witnesses women walk really slow. And if there's one on here, if any of you Jehovah's and you go around knocking on the door selling Avons and stuff, let me know. Do you walk really slow for a reason? Or is it just because you know about pretty much every door you knock on, then half of them won't answer? Because they go on in the daytime. They must think people don't work. Oh, bloody Alan, he hasn't worked in 10 years. We'll knock on his door. Then Alan's not there. He's gone fishing. And you're like, Christ, can't even rely on Alan these days. It used to be one guarantee. Once a week I could give a magazine away to Alan. Okay, you used to look down my top while I did it, but at least there was a guaranteed sale.
My mum's best friend
was Alan. He's a right dirty bugger.
My mum used to have this best friend and she was a Jehovah's Witness. And 90% of the time, it wouldn't be anything religious, it was just my friend. But for half an hour of the day, when my mum said goodbye to her,
oh, who's here to see it?
She'd get the watchtower out and met me and mum standing there for half an hour. I was telling us about it. And then one time my mum was having a row with me.
You told me this.
She went to the door and she went...
No, your dad went to the door, didn't he?
No, but my mum and then my mum went off. And on this particular day, she told my mum the day before that she was going to bring loads and we were going to have a right discussion about it.
Oh, cross.
And my mum was having a row with my dad. Yeah, it was my dad, sorry. And my mum sat down and she was like, oh, I've got to go to the door. And my dad stormed to the door and he went, let's just call her Angela for the time. Angela! Cock! Are I bloody interested in the bleeding watchtower? And this is... I don't want to know. Right? And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that ain't cool, is it? That would have been funny as hell to see. Poor Angela. One guaranteed sale a week was your mum. And even that's fallen through.
And then they never spoke.
I'm all for it. The ones that get me, guys, there's a drinks place near to us, an off-licence, like, I call it off-licence, it's a drink shop. Alcohol. They set up shop outside the alcohol shop. So, there's a bloke, he takes it, I ain't joking, he's on like a walker. He's not that old, Joe, he's like in his 40s, I'd say. I don't know his name. I think I call him, I don't know his name. Anyway.
You took out all the middle.
After the middle. Oh, I won't stop you. It takes him about an hour to get to the shop from his house. What would take me 2 minutes takes him about an hour because he's on a walker. When he gets there, all he wants to do is sit down, goes to the shop, buys a pack of 4 cans and sits on the wall and drinks the 4 cans, walks back home about 5 hours later, a bit pissed.
Really?
Yeah, he's over there, wears glasses, he was there today, it takes him forever to get back and forth. It's a shame. But he does that every day, that's his one little relief in life, he's having a drink. We call him, you know, Big Baz or whatever. The women from Jehovah Witness land set up shop outside the alcohol shop. Do you think Big Baz, when he gets to the shop for his booze, wants to sit there and listen to them bang on for 5 hours? The other in his ear, Big Baz, yeah, you're going to hell if you don't stop drinking. Come and join us, Big Baz. We'll get you home in one piece, promise. And he's just got that all day. You don't get a break. What's it all about? There's no need. Just give him a rest.
I figured I'm alright anyway.
With what?
Well,
The devil or Jesus?
Like, I haven't been christened, but like my family are Christians. But they give out wine, don't they? And I figured I give now, like, you know, wine represents the blood of God, blood of Christ, Jesus.
Also represents all the alkies who go for the booze.
No, I'm just thinking like, hey, you said like you scored upon if you drink. I thought, well, they didn't.
You'll be fine because it's wine.
Yeah. You Carling Premier and vodka, I don't think that counts.
I worship the God of Carling, and he is a very nice God indeed.
Do you know what I say though, to end on this like a serious note? I've always said I wish I could believe in religion because I struggle with health and anxiety. I have a major issue with like death, the whole thing of it, not just losing family members, the actual acceptance of it. And I think if you could believe in a religion, you'd be at peace, wouldn't you?
I would be at peace.
No, don't be silly.
I'm trying myself not to be silly.
No, stop, Leigh.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I think you'd find comfort and peace.
Yeah, I would do.
In that, do you understand?
I would definitely. If I was religious, then.
God, I'm just trying to be serious.
If I was religious, I'd definitely be kicked out of the church or wherever I went to pray because I'd be that bored. I tried it as a kid. I did try religion. I was forced to go to church.
No, I don't mean that. I mean if you was actually religion, you believed in it, and you want, you know, you actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Not you.
No, I'd go and I'd do it all, but I'd have to I'd do the one where you could go and tell them all your sins. Like you meant to do it like once a month or once a year. I'd be there every day.
Confession.
Yeah, confession. I'd do confession.
I think that's Catholics.
I'd be a Catholic then. I'd say, yeah, today, God, I had 2 chocolate biscuits and a Kit Kat sandwich.
Listen to me.
Wow.
I mean, in the respect that it would be great, wouldn't it, if you could, you know, have faith in that. Like, you actually believe that you could see your family members.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice thought.
Like, what I'm saying is, like, you know, I would love to believe in something powerful like that, but unfortunately, I'm not religious in the slightest because that ain't knocking. Because I don't knock religious people, so nobody can knock me for not being religious. What it is like, the amount of tragedies and deaths I've seen in my lifetime, I think, well, how can that be possible? Like, you know, just certain things. I'm not knocking anyone who is religious, great, if that's the case.
I think I'm going to hell anyway, because I was walking the dog a few weeks ago. There's another dog coming towards us, we had to cut through the crematorium and walking along, no problem. We go through there quite often, a lot of people walk the dogs through the crematorium.
Oh, Leigh, you're not going to say anything like what I think you're going to say.
Walking along, there was a funeral going on, so I'm like, shh, be quiet. Or like a wedding, one or the other. They don't look miserable.
No, you don't have a wedding in a crematorium.
Not the crematorium, the church with the graveyard. Where all it's a shame because all the graves are in right state because they've been there for like over 200 years.
They're 100 years old.
It's a real shame, like. And I'm walking through everything. Like, is it a funeral? Is it a wedding? Everyone looks miserable. It could be either one, really, if you're being honest about it. Most people look miserable at weddings if it's not their own. You know, have you ever been to a wedding? Actually enjoyed it. Christ, it gets boring after the first 2 minutes. Anyways.
No, you're just waiting for the buffet to come out and it's spicy.
Yeah, I love a bit of buffet. Not the vampire
I say buffet, but I have to say why you do buffet.
Yeah, and then he just starts peeing up a grave.
Oh,
and they're
Jesus,
like, let's be quiet, Max. Shh.
Mate,
let's
that
be
is
quiet.
so disrespectful.
I weren't doing it. I wasn't doing the peeing.
Leigh, why on
He cocks his legs like, Max! And there's a funeral wedding going on. Like, Max! Dragging him along. He's as strong as an ox, like an horse. It's like an horse. I can't move the fucker. And walking through the grave, actually, he goes to every dog he sees. Like every dog he sees, he has to go and try and kill it. Walking towards us was one of the little 7 dwarfs that I told you at the beginning, who'd gone out and bought a dog and a brand new pair of trainers for COVID. The dog's up here, she's down there, the trainers are still on her feet with the tags on, and Max is trying to get to her dog. And that's what happened. And that's come full circle.
Do you know, honestly, sometimes the things you say, to announce this to people, I worry. Now, listen to me.
I can't help it.
I would never, after the under the sea experience, say anything like that again. You have stated in several videos that you would never go in the sea, and I was right about space. You also stated something before, and I looked at you like at the beginning of this video, I was like, are you really saying that?
Which?
Something you said at the beginning of this video, and you're probably sitting, and I looked at you like, that was it.
What?
I don't believe in aliens. Oh yeah, I could believe in aliens this morning. I'm looking, you hear that comment?
It was just the story about Boris Johnson.
You look back at me going like this at him. I'm thinking, did he just say that?
Right. Anyways.
What I'm saying is, you wait till they all come for you. Like they did me about that bloody hypothetical story.
Oh, I can't wait. Bring it on, guys. Are you a Jehovah? Send me some pamphlets. I'll definitely read them. I promise I will. We could always do some start a fire.
I'm giving you a disclaimer here. This is nothing to do with me. All I was saying was, like, when I was a kid, that was the case. It was mainly like that. Jehovah Witnesses.
I have no issues in the slightest with any Jehovah, any religion at all. Whatever you want to be, you can be. If you want to be a Legoist, you can be a Legoist. You like people who believe in Lego. If you want to be a football stickerist, you can be a football stickerist.
See, this is where he tries to come back and console what he said.
I'm bothered. I ain't offended you. I've not said anything like Jehovah's. All I said is they walk very slow.
Well, you have a little bit.
That is a fact, and they do walk very slow to and from houses. Like one street, your mum's old street, there's about 20 houses on there. It'd take them like a day to get through 20 houses. And they're next door to each other.
Maybe that's because they just like to just walk slowly in general then.
I'm missing the football here, Christ. Guys, we've got to go. I apologise, but we love you, and I've not offended anyone. If I have, then just go and take a breather. Have a cup of tea, cup of coffee. Nice strong coffee will settle you down.
Or you could just give you a watchtower.
Send me some watch. Please, actually, if you are a Jehovah Witness and you're offended by anything I've said.
You wouldn't really. Don't you dare lie. I don't care if you all tell me that I'm telling Leigh about yourself, because I'm married to him, you ain't. He would not read that. He wouldn't.
If there was pictures in there...
You wouldn't, Leigh.
If there's football news in there, I might.
Leigh.
You know, if it was about football, I would. You can make it interesting and I'll read it, I promise. But no, don't be offended. Just relax. You will live tomorrow. You're not going to die if you've been offended by me today. It's not physically possible. I will kill you.
Well, I feel a bit cringy. Like, you know when they say, like, I want the ground to just swallow me. I felt like just going, oh my God. I mean, you've actually told them that you let the dog wee on a grave.
No. I didn't let him at all. It's because little Alice is walking towards me.
People, let me just tell you what logical people would have done.
They're missing the football, that's what I'm doing.
You would have walked... There's plenty of dog walkers in the graveyard, but you would have walked away from the grave so that Max couldn't get close enough.
No, there's no way walking. Where I go, you walk in between graves.
Well, then you don't go down that route.
I wasn't wanting him to do it. There was dogs walking towards me, so I took a shortcut. And the shortcut I took, there was another dog walking towards me, so I had no choice.
He's getting vexed here, guys.
Because I'm going to go.
Look here, stop shouting in my ear, old Leigh.
I want to be gone 35 minutes ago.
You was telling stories.
I know, now it's time to go.
Stop walking through a graveyard if Max can't control his bladder.
I will be doing, and you stop taking poos on graves as well. It's a joke, Kane. God help us. Everyone, just calm down.
He's abandoning you guys, and I suppose you're watching this in here,
I did tell you yesterday. I actually asked you, I didn't tell you. I said, hey, do you mind if I watch the football? And I've already missed the first 40 minutes, so I guess I lost that anyway. Right, guys, thank you for watching. If you want a keyring or a hoodie, get in touch on Instagram. If you ain't following us on Instagram, as long as you're not a weirdo, you're more than welcome to. If you're a nutter, fuck off.
I'd send him a crucifix. I think I wanted to get you bloody...
Anyone else is welcome to follow us, just not our little stalkers. Hope you enjoyed our channel, our video. Have you enjoyed our video?
Our Instagram is private now, guys.
Yeah, request us. We'll take a look at you. If you look a bit odd, then it's a bye-bye.
We've got loads of people asking, so we're still getting through them now. So if you have, requested us and we haven't responded, it's not because was saying, oh no, you can't, it's just because there's loads of...
Unless you know you look a bit odd, like as in your behaviour's a bit
Anyway,
odd.
guys, remember to be kind, remember to nice, comment, share, like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos.
And if our subs drop down by 1,000 after this video, I will apologise publicly. If they don't, then forget about it.
You have to go off down the Kingdom Hall and sort it out.
I'm going to fix it up. I say, God, please give us some more subs.
Isn't it Jehovah?
I don't know. I'm not.
Thank God it's Jehovah.
I've never read the Watchtower, wouldn't know.
Your gran was a Jehovah?
My gran never once ever in my whole life of knowing my gran, which was like 33 years, once mentioned God to me, ever. That's how committed she was. She was, at the beginning and at the end of her life, she was really into it. In between, we just talked about, we could colour it in, we did jigsaws, and we talked about chocolate biscuits.
I will just say this really, really quick though. Leigh's nan, bless her, she got ill quite quickly, your gran did. And she used to tell me these lovely stories, like literally, I would sit there and listen and listen and listen. And like, I really loved your gran, she was so lovely. I really had a giggle, didn't I?
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
it's alright, it's only water though. The day that, like, Leigh's mum found up and said, look, your granny's, you know, she's really ill, she's in hospital, they think she's going to make it. We went to the hospital, didn't we?
No, the next day we went up, yeah.
So, she actually died the day after we went and saw Leigh's gran, so we was expecting it to happen that day. And we went in and there was like me, you, your mum, Bob.
Yeah, that was it, 4 of us.
And your granddad.
Yeah, sorry.
And so, and then they all saw, his gran was like asleep the whole time, wasn't she, Leigh? And she was lying back asleep. And they all went out.
We had to go and see a doctor about something.
And I was with Leigh's gran, and she shot up forward and stared right at me, didn't she?
Yeah, and then showed me up. Your gran's awake. And I was like,
And
what?
she did. I was like, oh hello, Annie. She's looking at me, and I was scared to
I
death.
thought, oh my God, Gran's awake. She's gonna leave. And then by the time we got there, she got back to sleep. She was right. She was out unconscious, weren't she? Pretty much. She didn't know what.
It was just
going
the way,
on.
like, she shot up and looked at me. And I didn't know, I was scared.
Don't surprise me, eh?
I said, it's alright, Alice, everybody's coming now.
We found a huge spider the other day in the house, and I wanted to get rid of it, and then by the time Anne come to look at it, because she was acting scared.
I was walking down the Barney.
Yeah, the spider, by the time Anne got to look at it, it abseiled down the banister
It did.
and hitchhiked into my mother-in-law's room, and now it's hiding somewhere.
And just to say, and if you're wondering why I told that story about your gran, it's because wouldn't that have been lovely at that point to think of a religious thing? If you was religious, you'd have found peace at that point. So I wish, you know, that was the way I felt, but
we don't, and that's that, I'm afraid. And we're gonna go, guys, because I'm too hot. The phone's gonna crash in a bit, and I've missed the football. So it was a pretty successful video, really, in all honesty.
Well, I will say it was lovely.
I enjoyed it, apart from the inside.
So Leigh just liked the pasta.
I love the pasta.
So technically, he had a bit of pasta for his dinner.
I ate some of the inside, but there was a lot of inside, so the dogs will have that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and everything I've said, we'll see you again next time.
Bear in mind, he was the one who we went out and chose to have a lasagna in between 2 pizzas when we went to the meal.
Oh, so much
that was 2 huge pizzas.
Yeah, not small ones.
And then a lasagna in the middle. And I'm thinking, if you can't even have that,
I know.
why would you?
I can't believe I tried to eat that.
He looked at the plate, he come in, and he was like...
I don't believe it. It's 2 like big pizzas, like wide.
Not
one
like
on top
little.
of the other, with a lasagna in the middle.
I thought it would have been like that big.
I thought it was a tiny thing.
Proper pizza, that whole lasagna.
Did you not eat out to save out waffle thing? Oh my God.
Anyway, thanks guys, and we're going to relieve him of his football.
Alright guys, thank you. Bye.
Bye everybody.
Bye everybody.